welcome back to my channel. Today's episode, I think I want to play with something new that I just got in the mail. As you can see, I just got out of the shower because my hair is all wet and I'm not going anywhere special today. I just threw on something quick. I've been really liking this dress lately because of all the flowers, so I decided to put this on and decided to do something cute for myself while I was in my home to cheer me up a little bit. And this came in the mail yesterday and I wanted to do a little review on it. So it is the Blendy Bunny Cosmetics Longing Palette. So I have not tried it yet, but I do already have some opinions on it and some thoughts on at least the packaging and the color story and all that good stuff. If it's the same Blendy Bunny formula that I know and love, then I'm going to enjoy the formula. But I do want to talk a little bit about this one and just some thoughts I had. So make sure to like, subscribe, comment, whatever you can afford. And if you're not a fan of my videos, I will see you on the way out. Bye. All right, so the first thing I have about the packaging is I like this like purple color, because I feel like it goes really well with the colors that are in the palette. It kind of is in that same story. I don't know how I feel about these parts right here, the glossy like pictures of the flowers and stuff. But the cursive here, the sparkles that they put on it, because there's like little glitter particles on it that are so pretty. And I'm looking at the back here and I like this right here, 24 Tragically Beautiful Shades, which I think is actually a really perfect way to talk about these shades. So let's open her up a little bit and let's get a look into what the palette looks like. So, come on, get out. All right. So this is what the palette looks like. Obviously, it looks like the outer packaging. And then when you open it up, I'm going to take the plastic out. This is the color story. So a lot of the color story has been mentioned as something almost tragic, cool-toned, neutrally, which like I can definitely see in these two rows. Like right here, I can definitely see that neutral. But I definitely think it's one of those neutrals with pops of color. Because I guess like these two right here, these gray rows right here, the gray and black rows might be, but this green and purple I wouldn't consider very neutrally, but they're very cold feeling. I do like that. I do like that they are very cold feeling, almost death-like, like in the best way possible. Like this color story actually really encompasses what I think of when I think of sadness and heartbreak, but not heartbreak in like a love situation, like, oh, my boyfriend broke up with me. More like your husband died in a tragic car accident and you're now at his funeral, like that kind of longing. I see where the name came from. And at first I wasn't so sure if I liked the color story. Like I really love these purples and grays and the greens, but I didn't know how I felt about these mustardy colors, these mustardy brown shades. But the more I've looked at it, the more I've started to appreciate it. And my policy when buying palettes is I need to like at least 3/4 to 2/3 of the palette to make a purchase. Because if I only like a couple colors in the palette and I'm only buying it for those couple colors, then it's not worth my time. Like I can go buy singles if I really want those colors. But I don't know, this palette is definitely feels the way I thought it was gonna feel looking at it in the pictures. It's definitely giving the vibe I thought, and that is appreciated in my opinion. So I definitely want to play with these purple shades because these purple shades have been calling my name. Ever since I've seen the palette, these purple shades right here is just everything. But I'm between playing with these brown shades or these gray shades because I feel like everyone's been playing with the green and purple or these mustards and the green, but I want to play with those grays for sure, and I think I want to play with the purples. So I'm going to do a look on each side of my face so we can get a good idea of some of the colors in this. All right, so we're going to move that plastic, and I'm going to get a brush. I'm going to use one of my Singe brushes. This is an E03. And I think I'm going to start with this pleating color right here. It's this like grayish toned purple. And we're going to start on the lid. And we're just going to blend it out a little bit. A little bit of kick up, which is fine. Just means they're lightly pressed. If you don't like that, then there's not a lot of palettes I know that don't have like a tiny bit of kick up. Like I think there's a difference between like a lot of kick up where it's super powdery and when it's just, you know, traditional like little bit of kick up because you've touched it. So I feel like touching a color in a palette is just going to cause that kick up no matter what. All right, so there's that pleasure color on my lid. Then we're going to go into Twist of Fate. Twist of Fate, which is up here. It's a little bit more lighter gray purple. And we're just going to blend that on top. We're going to go a little bit more into that shade, and we're just going to blend right here so we get that nice point. I do have my tape on today. And we're just going to keep blending that until those two colors kind of blend together and just morph together. There we go. Yeah, the outfit definitely is not matching the color story. I should have done something else, but I wanted to play with this so bad. so bad. All right, and then I'm gonna get one of my Danessa Myricks brushes. Well, my Kitco X Danessa Myricks, and this is my 25. And I'm going into this Take Me Back shade, which is right here. And we're just gonna do a little number like that. There we go. We're just gonna, I'm not gonna do a full corner, but I am gonna do almost like a winged liner effect on my eye. So I'm using that tape to kind of help create that point, and then I'm just painting the color in a nice pointed direction. And there we go. I think that looks pretty. Now, I'm between two colors. So this When It Rains color right here, it's like a blue goldy shift. And then this Love Letters, which is like blue to purple. I know it's in the same row because Blend Buddy is really great about putting them in the same rows. So they're all kind of color coordinated, which I really enjoy. But part of me wants to go to When It Rains over Love Letters, because Love Letters is pretty, but When It Rains is really like calling my name. All right, so I'm gonna use, let's see, I'm gonna use my Kitco X Danessa Myricks in MY24, and I'm gonna go into that When It Rains color. I'm not gonna use glitter glue today because this is not going to stay long on my face. I'm going to film a couple more videos, like some little shorts, and then it's all going to come off my face. So I don't need it to last as long as when I go to events and things like that. So if you're wearing something for just a little while, you don't always have to just put on the heavy duty stuff to keep everything in place. And oh, that is so pretty. Oh yeah, that's exactly what I thought that shade was gonna look like. Like, it is so freaking pretty. And I'm just painting that color on. Like I said, it's like a blue with a little bit of gold in it. And I found that really interesting when I found out that, like, there were gonna be duochrome shades in this. And I had some opinions. I had some thoughts about, you know, keep putting, like, multi-chrome shades in such a, like, nude palette, because everyone was describing, it was being described as a nude palette, like a cool tone nude, and I thought it was really interesting that multi-chromes were going to be used, or duochromes were going to be used in the palette. And I don't know how to feel about it, even though they're so pretty. Like, look, I mean, look at that shade. That is so freaking pretty. I feel like that doesn't go with, like, the nude aesthetic. Do I like them? Of course. They're so pretty. Like, I enjoy this. And I was told forever by other YouTubers that Blendy Bunny didn't have a great shimmer formula. But all the shimmers I've tried from Blendy Bunny, I have really enjoyed. So maybe the formula's changed or something along those lines. But I enjoy their shimmer formula. So take that as you will. So I'm going to take this tape off now that we have, there we go. Now that we have all of that on. And then I'm going to take a pointed brush. I'm going to take my LBE6 from Lunar Beauty. And I think I'm going to go into that pleating shade again. That, like, middle... I was not tapping in the shade. Okay, this pleating shade right here. And I'm going to use it... I'm going to use it under the eyes right here to kind of smoke out the under eye. Just to give it a little color down there, a little oomph. Okay. There we go. And this is how this eye looks. I'm going to go put some mascara on, some concealer, and then we'll do the other eye. Be right back. Mascara, concealer on, and I think it's a pretty decent eye. I have been using the Maybelline Firework mascara recently, and I don't know how to feel about it. It's kind of like wet, like a wet formula, and as y'all know, I'm not a huge, like, wet formula fan, but, like, it is having pretty results. I'm just not sure if it's totally my jam. Like, I think I'm liking it, but I don't think I'm in love with it. Like, let's put it that way. Back to the palette. Back to the palette. So I am going to use this row. So I think I'm going to start, let's see. Let's actually use this brush first, which is an MY30. And we're going to go into this color called Dear Diary. And I'm just going to, like, sweep it here. All right, we're just gonna sweep it on the inner corner right here to give it a start. It is a very light color, so I would definitely go in with a white base. I feel like a colored base might, like a skin colored base, might not allow it to pick up as well. And then we're gonna go into Old Photographs right here, which is like a darker gray shade, and we're gonna just blend that into that light gray shade, and we're just gonna blend it to that tape right there. And we're just going to let those merge together. So I'm gonna take that brush so that was an LBE1, which was from Lunar Beauty. Then I'm going to go back into that Dear Diary shade. And I'm just going to blend those two together. There. So it gives a more seamless look to it. There we go. And then I think I'm going to go a little dangerous, and I'm going to go in with Heartbreak on the brush. But I'm just gonna put it on this inner part of the lid. I'm not gonna take it any further. I'm just gonna take it on this lower part. So we're just gonna kind of dab it in this corner. Because I think what I'm going for here, I think is gonna like really pop if we have that black shade right there in the corner. And I'm gonna use the color switch to get rid of as much of that black color as possible. So I can just blend that in a little. There we go. And another flat brush. I need another flat brush. Something not super thin. Come on, where are my flat brushes? Why am I having, oh, here we go. Not quite what I wanted. Have I used all my flat brushes? I swear I have not used all my flat brushes. There we go. All right, so this is an LB5 and this is from Lunar Beauty. I'm gonna go into this Remember shade, which is this beautiful, like, cool toned, sparkly silver. I don't know if y'all know, but I do love a good, like, gray look. Like, just all the colors are, like, grays and blacks. I think it is so pretty. And then you put, like, an impactful shimmer in like a similar color story, and then it just makes it pop. That, and I like mixing grays and purples together. Probably why I did a gray and purple look today. Yeah, that silver shade is so pretty. Oh, and she is so sparkly too, like very, very sparkly, almost glittery. Like, definitely like, ooh. That one is super impactful. I think I went a little too high on that eyeshadow look, so we're gonna use a little concealer to like move that down a little bit, and then we're gonna just fill in any gaps. There we go. Okay, now we're gonna take off the tape. I think I finally positioned the tape where it's good enough, and then we're gonna take another small brush, except I think instead of like the darker gray shade, I'm gonna go back in with that Dear Diary, which is that light gray shade. I think that is what's gonna go on the under eye. I don't think I'm gonna go with that medium shade like I did the other side. Like, oh yeah. That Dear Diary shade is so pretty. And we're just gonna, yep. And that is the second eye. So there we go with that. Oh, that's so pretty. So I'm gonna put on some mascara, some concealer, and then I'll show you how both eyes look kind of made up. Then I'll put on the rest of my makeup. We'll look at how the rest of my makeup looks. And then I'll give you an update in a couple hours once I finish filming. All right, I'm back. Face is done. This is how we are looking. Just a little blush, a little contour, some lip product. You know, nothing too big. It's just a little chapstick. What do you mean? I am liking the looks I've done from this palette so far. They seem to be holding up pretty well. I'm not seeing any super big issues so far. I did put a little inner corner highlight, a little Ofra Cosmetics in Glazed Donut from Nikki Tutorials, and I think it put the look together. I am happy with this. I'm a little sad that I don't get to go out. Well, maybe not too sad that I'm not able to go out looking like this, because I am wearing 2 eye looks, but who cares? I did something similar a few weeks ago, so who cares at this point? Okay, I think I'm gonna go off camera for a little bit. I'm gonna let this marinate, see how long it lasts. I'm not gonna be too harsh because I didn't use glitter glue, so if the shimmers start to move, that is my fault, not the product's fault. And I'll be right back. All right, it's been about 4 hours, almost 4 hours. And everything seems to be holding up pretty well. I do not see any issues. Well, with the eyeshadow. The eyeshadow, I see no issues. There's issues with the rest of the makeup, but the eyeshadow has kept well. No creasing, no obvious fading. So I think we're doing good. I like the Longing palette so far. Now, do I think you need it? If you have a bunch of cool tones in your collection and you feel like this would be just repeats in your collection, then no, obviously not. I think the shimmers and multichromes are beautiful, but I think you can buy them in singles from other companies if you just wanted those specialty shades. Now, if you look at this palette and think, I don't have all these colors, or I don't have most of these colors, or I don't have 2/3 to 3/4 of these colors, which is what I think about, then of course, pick it up if you want to. But if this color story is tickling your pickle, give it a try. But you just got to think about what's in your collection and if it's going to fill a hole in your collection. Now, I enjoy cool tones, so this will be very loved in my collection. But if you are not into cool tones, this may not be for you. Maybe you want to put off buying it maybe until like fall or winter, because this is going to be a beautiful fall and winter palette. But I feel like for the summertime, it's not going to be as, may not be as used because, you know, it's warm. You want to use like warm, punchy colors. And these are very like rainy, moody colors that we're looking at. So at your own discretion, but if you do buy it, I don't think you're going to be disappointed. I think you're going to really like the quality of how they blend out, which is beautiful blend. How they perform, like I said, no fading, no creasing, beautiful looks. I think you'll get a beautiful look anytime, whether you want to follow the rose or if you want to mix and match, up to you. I think Blendy Bunny palettes are great starter palettes because all the similar colors are in the same row. So if you're looking to make a look, it'll be easy because a lot of her palettes are very row-centric. Like with the Longing palette, all the purples are in one row, all the grays, all the bluish grays, the greens, the mustards, the browns, they're all in similar rows. So you can get a like monochromatic look very easily. And it's light, medium, and dark, so you can do those 3 shades to add dimension to your eyeshadow. So, and then the packaging. The packaging, of course, is pretty. I think it goes really well with the aesthetic. Like I said, not sure how I feel about the flowers, but I don't think you'd be disappointed to have it in your collection if you're looking for something that's cool toned, but also good quality and is organized in a way, because I know some people really love organization, including me. I like a good organized palette. All right, thank y'all for watching. I really appreciate it. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment for me. It would really help the channel, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.